As the NFL draft approaches, the Las Vegas Raiders find themselves in a pivotal position, evaluating their options with their 13th overall pick. One prevailing question will be, should they prioritize drafting a quarterback in the first round, or should they address other needs in the first round? And on this video, I'm going to particularly speak on the offensive line. In this draft, there is a lot of talented prospects on the offensive line, and ultimately I think the Raiders do understand the significance of securing a franchise quarterback, so I think that option is always going to be on the table. However, the potential implications of trading up for one of the top quarterback prospects just cannot be overlooked. If the hype for a player like Jaden Daniels continues to rise these next 2 months, then it may become a situation where they have to mortgage the future to have a chance to even select him. And with the cost of trading up likely being a very steep price, it raises concerns about using valuable draft capital that could be allocated elsewhere on this roster, and it may be a situation where it might just not be attainable for us to move up that far in the draft for a quarterback. And if the Raiders can't get a quarterback, I think one area of concern for the Raiders at this moment is the right tackle position. In my opinion, that has really emerged as the weak link on the offensive line. I don't see a whole lot of great options at this position in free agency as well. It appears like Jermaine Illumerer is going to be testing free agency more than likely, and even if we can bring him back, I still don't see him as being the answer long term for this team. So this just led me to watch more tape, and just one really interesting prospect is Taliese Fuaga, a standout offensive tackle from Oregon State whose imposing stature and just impressive performance, especially in the run game, make him an intriguing and a compelling option for the Raiders at the 13th overall pick. And today I just wanted to quickly analyze some of his tape to show what he brings to the table and how he could potentially be a very good fit for this franchise. Here on this first rep, we're going to see Fuaga does a good job in the run blocking game. I just love too how he doesn't give up on the play until that final whistle blows. He keeps blocking until the play ends, and he's just being so physical inside the trenches, and he helps establish the tone for that Oregon State offensive line in this game. Now right here we can see he's so quick off his stance. Just look at how quickly he moves for being a guy of his size. Very athletic for a right tackle. He's also very physical coming off of his stance, especially in the run game. He's a true mauler, and he would be perfect for an offense that wants to set the tone in the trenches, running the football, and emphasize that physical smash mouth football type of presence to their offense. Now also Fuaga, I mean, he also isn't no slouch when it comes to pass protection either. Watch him wipe out his man on this rep. Like I said too, he's just a physical player. In pass protection once again, and it literally looks like the defensive end is just so overwhelmed by his size that it just kind of looks like he stops midway through the rep right here. I mean, just look at this. It looks like he takes a step backwards. You know, that's something that you love to see on tape. It's very impressive to me, even though it's only at the college level, but it just shows his imposing stature, and definitely something that gets you very excited watching his tape. Now watch him open up this huge running lane, and this is against premier competition, going against number 15 Latu, who is widely regarded as a lock to be a first round talent, and he just completely wipes him out on this rep. Great stuff. He's super athletic and quick off his stance, so you can definitely rely on him getting out on the move on these type of screen passes. Here he holds his own, and once again against number 15 Latu in the passing down, and he uses his hands very effectively here. You can even see he swats his right hand, does a good job in pass pro, and this leads to an Oregon State touchdown. Once again, another impressive rep here in the run game, and he's able to open up a nice running lane for his running back. Now, he doesn't necessarily get beat on this rep, but if I had to point to a flaw or something that he could struggle with at the next level, would be against speed rushers off the edge. But then again, that's most tackles coming into the league, and it's something that he could definitely get better with more reps and experience in the league. And it doesn't hurt too that he's already pretty athletic as it is, but as I said, something that maybe he could struggle with. Once again, talk about setting the tone and getting physical in the run game. He's going to get his hands on the defensive lineman's chest, drive him completely out of the picture, and opens up a huge hole, which leads to a big play on the ground. Great stuff. Once again, going against Latu off the edge in pass pro. Off the line, he isn't able to get his hands on him, but he does a good job recovering on the rep, and he's able to give his quarterback just enough time to get the pass off for a huge touchdown pass. Here on this toss play to the right, we see that athleticism on full display, quick off his stance, able to quickly get to the second level and serve as a lead blocker for the running back on this play. Great stuff. I think he'd be a good fit for anybody that's going to be running a zone blocking scheme, and it seems like that's what we're going to be getting with Luke Getsy. Another great rep in the run game, takes a great angle on this initial double team, but he just bullies his man back 5 yards and he doesn't stop until that whistle blows. Another great rep that just shows his dominance in the run game. On this next rep, just watch him completely wipe his man out of the way with one hand, and then immediately gets to the second level on this rep. Now, the play overall wasn't very successful, but he did a good job on his personal block right here. Here we got great use of hands by him on this passing down, able to get his hands on the shoulder pads and just control his man throughout the entire rep. Good stuff. Here is another example of him winning the hand battle off the line, doesn't let the defender use his long arms and forces the defensive end to try to go around him, but he just has no chance after losing that initial battle off the line. He definitely isn't a one-dimensional guy. He has a lot of good reps on passing downs like this one as well. Now on this rep, he does get overpowered on this bull rush, and he doesn't do a good enough job protecting the quarterback, but it's not very often you see him get overpowered like this on his tape. And as I said, if anything, I see him struggling more against speed in the NFL than power. So overall, I was very impressed from what I saw on tape from Taliese Fuaga. He's a super interesting prospect in my opinion, standing tall at 6'6" and weighing in at about 335 pounds. Fuaga brings a formidable presence to that offensive line. His dominance in the run game has been a huge hallmark to his college career, showcasing the ability to clear lanes and create opportunities for his running backs. And in addition to his prowess in run blocking, Fuaga has also demonstrated solid tape and pass protection, which is a crucial skill set for any offensive lineman in the modern day NFL when you're throwing the ball so many different times. And just analyzing Fuaga's tape from the 2023 season, to me this just reveals a player who possesses not only the size and the strength, but also great athleticism for his size. His ability to move off his stance was very evident on tape, and it helped them be really successful in the run game and on screen passes. I think he'd be a great fit for the zone blocking scheme, and really he could potentially be somebody that we should keep an eye on, and just maybe offensive tackle in general, especially if we can't address the quarterback position in the first round. Now, at the end of the day, the quarterback position remains a glaring need for us, but the realities of the NFL draft landscape just may require us to shift our approach in the first round for this year's draft. Ideally, I want us to get a quarterback, but I have to understand too that it may not be a possibility. And if we can't get a quarterback, I think a good alternative would be to invest on the offensive line. You can never go wrong getting a solid player for years to come on the trenches. And if the top quarterback prospects are out of reach, or they just come at way too high of a cost for us, investing in a player like Fuaga could provide immediate impact and stability to the offensive line. You also got to think about how Antonio Pierce envisions this football team. He wants a physical football team both on offense and on defense. And when you think of offense, when you think of physicality, you think of being able to pound the rock at will. And to me, Fuaga is the best run blocker in this whole draft, so he could potentially be a perfect fit for us. Also too, we have Colton Miller at left tackle. I think right tackle is more of a need for us, and the good thing is he's already been playing right tackle at Oregon State, so I think the transition should be fairly quick for a guy like him. And I've just never been a fan of getting a right tackle and trying to convert him into left tackle or vice versa. So that's where this plays in. And also when it comes to some mock drafts, I mean, I have seen him go right before us, like at number 10 to the New York Jets. There may be a chance that he goes right before us, but I also wouldn't be shocked if he's there at the 13th overall pick. But in conclusion, the Las Vegas Raiders face a crucial decision in this upcoming draft. Now, personally, quarterback is still a priority for me in the first round, but if we can't go that route, if it seems like it's unattainable, if the top quarterbacks on the Raiders boards are not there at number 13, then I think this would be a solid alternative, going with a good offensive tackle. And so far for me, one of my favorites is this guy out of Oregon State. But Raider Nation, let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. Is Taliese Fuaga somebody you would want us to draft in the first round? Let me know in the comment section down below. And with that being said, anybody that's new to the channel, you guys love Raider related content just like this, make sure to like, comment, subscribe to the channel. With that being said, I'll see you guys in the next one.